どうも、かに座の人です。ファイナルファンタジー16続きをやっていきたいと思います。お願いいたします。はい。でですね、本日も前回に引き続きワインのコノスル、ビシクレタレゼルバー、マルベック2020年でございますね。こちらを飲みながらやっていきたいと思います。すでにグラスに注いでございます。ではこちらの配信動画をご覧いただいている方もよければですね、アルコール、ノンアルコール、ソフトドリンクを用意していただいて一緒に乾杯してくれると嬉しいです。それでは今日も一日お疲れ様です。乾杯。美味しい。はい。もうね、やっぱりもともと濃いブドウ品種、濃いワインがね、作られるブドウ品種なので、マルベックは。しかも、コノスルはね、スクリューキャップなんでね、全然キャップで簡単に線を締められますので、全然ね、1日2日置いた程度じゃ、むしろね、ちょっと空気もうまい感じに入っていて、ちょっとまろやかによりね、香りも広がってまいりますね。はい。ちょっとね、気温も落ち着いてきているんですかね。なので、だいぶこういった濃いめの赤ワインも飲むに適した、はい、気候となってきましたので、もしよければですね、この秋に向けてしっかりめのマルベックのワイン飲んでみてはいかがでしょうか。はい、というわけで前回ですね、前回は体験版から引き続いたストーリーで現代のクライブを操作して、鉄王国のドミナント暗殺の任務についていたクライブでしたが、なんとその鉄王国の、シバのドミナントね、それは13年前に生き別れたジルだったわけでございまして、ジルをなんとか倒しながらも、ジルをかつ救ってね倒して救って忙しいですね。はい。で、その後はシドとトルガルが現れて、このシドの隠れ家ですね、こちらにかくまわれて、今ジル自体は治療中というところでございます。で、何やら、火の召喚獣ドミナントの情報を求めて、グレートウッドを越えた先の村で目撃情報があったとのことで、昨日は一昨日は、そちらのグレートウッドをクリアしたところになります。じゃあ続きからやっていきましょう。5国ザンブレク広告料。
So much for arriving before sunset.
I didn't realize we were this close. Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The fallen ruin. I've heard some call it an airship. Though its flying days seem to be behind it. It's a shame, that.
You truly think a dominant's waiting for us in that village?
My scout has never given me any reason to doubt him. Which is why I think we should hurry. Come on.
これはなんだ？オベリスクとは、バリスゼアの各地にはオベリスクという遺跡がある。これらに近づくことでワールドマップから瞬時に移動できる地点となる。はい。ワープポイント的な感じかな。不穏な静寂。オレベルダウンズへ移動できるようになりましたと。調べられる？はい。
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
なるほど。チェックポイントというかワープポイントですね。よし。じゃあ先に進んでみましょう。さあ。シド、あれを。なんだ？何に注意する？とりあえず降りてみるか。ちょっと画面、なんだこれ。暗いと一気に。ウォールドオスフレイ。なんだ？あ、敵か、普通に。お、 ほっほっ。オッケー。あー、ブドウ畑を荒らしてしまっている。ほっほっほっ。うらー、おい痛い。よいしょ。オッケー。お、レベルアップ。14レベル。
More Waluders.
ウォールド兵。
Why? What is it they want?
You're welcome to ask the next ones we meet. Let me know how it goes.
よし、じゃあ急ぎましょう。何やらウォールードの兵士たちも出払っているというかね、徘徊してるみたいなんで、何が待ち受けてるんだ。目的地周辺です。ロストウィング、ザンブレク、広告料。
No sign of the royalists.
姿がない。
Or anyone else for that matter. It's too bloody quiet,
不穏だな。
even for this hour.
What do we do now?
First we look for my scouts. You start here, I'll circle round the back.
How do I let you know if I find him?
Good question. Shout?
叫べ。
Subtle. I don't even know what he looks like.
さあ、じゃあシドの仲間を探すということですが、特に何もないかな、こっちは。
That sounds like a child.
子供の声。どこだ、こっちから聞こえる。あ、そこにいる。大丈夫かい。
It's all right. I'm not one of them. My friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army, and we've come to help. Do you know where your parents are?
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them and make sure they're safe. Can you stay hidden here?
教会。
Till then. To the church, then.
なるほど。あっちが教会になっていると。こっちには特に何もないのかな。じゃあちょっと教会に行くか。さあ。ただパッと見人影はいないぞ。ん？あ、いた。ベアラが。
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
About time.
Stand back.
Who the hell are you?
Clyde!
叫んだ。
Thought you weren't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely. Been doing what I can for the villagers, but
I thought you were joking.
本当に叫ぶ
It's
なん
all
て。
right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
no, there were others. A pair of royalists came for the bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
あ、
I'll give you one guess where he's going. Clive, after him.
逃げられるぞ。追いかけっこか。急げ急げ。
Any word from the scouts?
Not yet, my lady, but we have the dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Norvent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the dominant elude us.
All is in hand, my lady. They will not be spoiled. I give you my word. Gentlemen, a toast! Will you join me? My thanks. To Our Lady of the Wind and the King!
The Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
Lady Benedicta,
ああ、
Imperials!
ここに合流されるのか。お、ここで退治す
And
る。
instead of killing them, you lead the rats straight to us.
Mercy.
ああ、容赦ねえ。容赦ねえな。やっぱりド S だな。
Look what we have here, boys. An Imperial bearer. Good. I was getting bored. Boo.
アロー風属性。おー、なんだなんだなんだなんだ、モンスター。
Where did?
チラーダ
What is that thing?
魔物
This means
なんだ
what
こ
I
い
think
つ。
it does. And Sid has them
危
explained.
ねえ。おう、はい。うい、よいしょ。ほっほっほっ。ほっ、よいしょ。強いな。さすが。なんだ、眷属かなんかなのか。お、なんだなんだなんだなんだ。危ない、よいしょ。ほっ、
Better be on your way,
もう
Sid.
一つだ。来るか。ほっ。よいしょーい。オッケー、よーし行くぞ。行くぜトルガル。
There, boy.
よいしょ。ほっほっ。ほっ。どこいしょ。もうちょっとだな。やばい。オッケー。スティンガー。ほっ、おいたーい。やっちまったぜ。ほっ。なんとかチラーダ撃破。危なかったな。
You've got some fight in you, even for a branded.
Clive!
お、シドも合流。
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
何やら因縁がありそうです
Don't
ね。
recall you complaining, Benedicta.
So, Sidolphus, remind me, why was it that you
お
betrayed
ー、
your
もとも
kingdom?
とウォールード側の人間。
I asked you a question,
騎士長。
Lord Commander.
なかなかの立ち位置にあったんだな。
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
例のドミナント。まさか。
Always something, isn't there?
目くらましか。
And she's gone. Did she say where she was going?
No.
Then we head back to Lost Wing. One of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav.
彼はガブという名前なの
The
か。
man has a nose for these things.
なるほど。
Trust me.
まあただね、例のドミナントを捕まえたってあったので、かなり情報の信憑性は上がってきましたね。
So, it wasn't about bearers at all. They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. Thought we were hiding the bastard. Like any of us would keep a monster like that under our roof. Oh, no offence.
When no one talked, they started rounding up everyone with a brand. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break. You know, things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
Yeah, this is our home, innit? Don't mean we won't out when we can, though.
And that, I'll drink to.
Oh, come hear the tale of Lord Dion the Bold, who's tamed worms 1,000 and slain the tenfold. 100 full legions the young dragoon led, and watched as 1,000,000 foes turned tail and fled. His lance levels mountains, it sanders the deep. The skies over storm brace for
Listen, Clive. Revenge won't bring him back. It won't.
13 years ago, I watched a dominant kill my brother right in front of me. And I did nothing. But now I can. I can kill the son of a bitch and bring peace to my brother's soul. After that, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. You're content to be its slave, then?
まあよく飲むな人は。同国。ここはノルバーン
His
砦。
radiance would have us believe the Imperial host invincible. Yet here we find the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. Well, Bahamut may lead 100 full legions.
召喚獣バハムー
Could be
ト。
that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze. Tell me something. Why do you not resist? Within you lies the power to slay gods. The phoenix perished in your flames. Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your gift. Perhaps you're distracted. My offer still stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
うわあ優しく突き刺したな。痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。
Lord Margrace, don't!
I'll give you a moment to consider your options. Do be gentle with them.
やはり火のドミナントは別でいるんですかね。クライブではなかった。
Clive. Wake up. Gav's back.
お、
Canorvand.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the Royalists. The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows, she won't be travelling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping her prisoners together and close by.
Including the Dominant.
So, we find a way into the fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
What about me?
Excellent question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
Clive doesn't have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men. Come on, Gav. You're the best man for the job.
Well, when you put it that way.
乗せられてんな、ガブへ。
Suppose I'd better scout ahead for any surprises. Don't you let him down.
先輩風吹いてんな。
All right. Shall we?
Not so fast. We
明
wait
日
until
の
tomorrow.
夜。
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up.
なるほど。
Maybe join the guards in breaking
闇
their
討ち
fast.
をしたいと。
Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet. We've got one chance at this. You don't want to waste it, do you?
No.
ま、さすが、知市長、冷静といったところですかね。お、操作パート。夜の庭。ショップや鍛冶屋の更新。はいはいはいはい。なるほど。時々戻って確認もできますよと。
There's someone I want you to meet.
At this hour.
He's the owner of the tavern, and our best hope of getting
カ
a
ン
decent
タン
night's
を
kit.
探す。
Quentin, my good man. It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
Oh, him? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic. And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't.
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once.
And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues.
信頼の証を受け取った。
May the mothers guide you.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lostwing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lostwing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
なるほど。じゃあ、カンタンの信頼の証を手に入れたので、聞き込み調査開始。
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Red Borger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you.
Ah. Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have, though.
Thank you.
まあ火を使うっていうところは確定っぽいですね。
So, a shady lad with a hood, and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on, but...
話はつながった？
If our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon it has something to do with his father.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
ということで、じゃあ休むっていうところですかね。
Now, about those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quentin. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish.
高い宿代だな。翌晩。
Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at the deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting. The road south then? Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
はい。というわけで、夜更けを狙ってノルバーン砦へと向かいましょうか。
If the Royalists were looking to take
ノルバーン
the
バレ
care
イ。
that have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises.
巡回兵がい
At
る。
least I would have.
了解だ。
Well, you should
敵の滅だけだ。橋がかかっていて、アイテムがある。銃ギル。あ、いたな。先制攻撃だ。よいしょ。お前たちも犬を連れてるのか。うわ。オッケー。あっという間だぜ。よし。先を急ごう。
What are the Royalists thinking? Why take a stronghold they've no chance of holding?
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts.
多めなんだ、
He
全
set his best
部
to。execute it. Care Norvins.
あれか。
Hard nut to crack even when it isn't crawling with Royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
なのでね、橋がかかっているが、衛兵がいっぱいいると。
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are. But our world isn't ready for a place like that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
Hmm. 一応見えてはいないんだな。
So, tell me about this, Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made.
腐れ縁。
Don't underestimate her, Clive.
あ、ドミナントだ、やっぱり。
Her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda.
ガルーダ。
Warden of the Wind.
Hey.
Hmm?